AMC Rewind. That's right. It's Rewind, brought to you by AMC Theaters, and we are going to go back into the past. What opened up 10 years ago? What opened up 20 years ago? Ashley, what opened up 10 and 20 years ago?
10 years ago, the Da Vinci Code and Over the Hedge. And then 20 years ago, Mission Impossible and Spy Hard.
Interesting. All over the board, interesting. Starting with 10 years ago to where we have the Da Vinci Code, because I remember when this movie came out that there was so much hype on it because the book was such a phenomenon, you know.
Right.
And then obviously when you get a Ron Howard and Tom Hanks involved, it was a big event. It was a big movie, and I think it let some people down. I thought it was fine. It let some people down because it didn't maybe translate the same way they wanted it to from the book. But it's still, there's a third one coming out now, and it's a franchise. So there you go. And then Over the Hedge with Bruce Willis and the late great Gary Shandling, but that movie is not good at all. It's really bad. Then you go back 20 years. Interesting. I never knew this. You know, when Riley and I were talking about this, what opened 20 years ago, not only did Mission Impossible come out, but then they put Spy Hard right next to a strategic move. I don't think it really helped it, but still.
Right.
And then Mission Impossible, it's kind of a big date now when you think of all the great movies that we've had, at least the last three Mission Impossible movies. It started an era. So
it's amazing.
Snap.
20 years ago?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I mean, and you know, the craziest thing is the Mission Impossible movies have only gotten better. Like every single one. Like the fifth one I liked a little bit more than the fourth one, which I thought was fantastic. So, I mean, but you know, you can't forget by honoring the first one, which was directed by Brian De Palma, and I thought it was a great film.
Right, it was.
It's just amazing to think that it's been 20 years. It's hard to even imagine that. And the Da Vinci Code was 10 years ago, and that's even more forgettable than the 20 years ago Mission Impossible.
Right.
The only thing I remember from the Da Vinci Code is a weird albino monk who's like torturing himself. And that reminded me of the Chevy Chase film with Goldie Hawn, Foul Play.
Oh,
that
right.
also
Foul
had a
Play.
creepy albino in it.
Sure.
So I think they got to lay off albinos. They're just people. So stop making them villains.
Mark, what stands out to you?
Yeah, I agree. You know what? If you're going to give Tom Cruise an anniversary cake, you don't give him one for Mission Impossible. You give him one for 30 years ago this week for Top Gun, baby.
Oh,
Top
yeah.
Gun came out 30 years ago this week.
And the Blu-ray's out now, too.
That's right.
Blu-ray, 30 years.
We have a little giveaway, don't we?
Oh, we did that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I hope you enjoy Top Gun. I'm living a Tom Cruise shirt right now. Living it. I'm living it. I didn't read Da Vinci Code. Next question.
All right.